If this story scares you, that's okay. But if it reminds you of somewhere you've actually been, leave this video immediately. Everything you're about to hear happened on October 17th at exactly 3:07 a.m. That's the night I accepted my final delivery. The order nobody wanted. My name is Ethan. For 3 years, I delivered food during the night shift. I preferred empty roads. No traffic, no crowds, just me and the next delivery. At exactly 3:07 a.m., my phone buzzed. One last order. Normally, I ignored orders after 3 a.m. People drunk, wrong addresses, fake calls. Not worth it. But this order was different. The payout? $87.46 for only 6 miles. I smiled. Easy money. I accepted. 30 seconds later, the app froze, then reopened by itself. Everything looked normal again. I should have known. That wasn't a glitch. The employee. The restaurant was almost dark. Only one employee remained. He looked exhausted. Without saying a word, he packed the food. Then, his eyes stopped on my phone. He read the address. His hands froze. For several seconds, he didn't move. Finally, he quietly asked, "Are you sure you want to go there?" I laughed. Why wouldn't I? He swallowed, then leaned closer, almost whispering, "If nobody answers, don't go inside." Before I could ask another question, he walked into the kitchen and never came back. Something was following. The GPS took me away from the city. Streetlights disappeared. Trees surrounded both sides of the road. My radio filled with static. Then, my rear-view mirror caught something. Headlights. A black SUV. It stayed behind me. Same distance. Every turn. Every road. I sped up. So did it. Then, without warning, its headlights disappeared. Not because it turned. It simply wasn't there anymore. The GPS finally spoke. "You have arrived." I looked up. My stomach dropped. The house looked burned. Half the roof missing. Broken windows. Dead trees. No lights. No mailbox. Nothing. Yet, my app still showed customer waiting. Then my phone vibrated. A message. "Please don't leave the food outside." I never told anyone this, but I almost drove away. Instead, I grabbed the bag, walked toward the porch, knocked. Nothing. Knocked again. Silence. Then, 3 knocks answered me. From inside the house. The 3 knocks echoed through the empty house. Knock. 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 Ethan's hand froze on the doorknob. Every instinct screamed at him to leave, but then his phone vibrated. "Customer, please come inside. I can't open the door any further." His heart raced. The app still showed the order as active. Taking one slow breath, Ethan pushed the door open. It creaked loudly. The smell hit him first. Not rotten, not mold, burned wood. Like a fire that had happened years ago, but somehow never stopped smelling. He stepped inside. The flashlight on his phone barely lit the hallway. Dust floated through the air. Furniture sat exactly where someone had left it. A family photo hung crooked on the wall. A smiling mother, a father, a little girl, a teenage boy. Ethan noticed something strange. Every face had been scratched away, except the little girl's. She was smiling directly at the camera. For a second, he thought her eyes moved. He quickly looked away. "You're imagining things," he whispered to himself. Then, the front door slammed shut. Bang! Ethan spun around. He grabbed the handle. Locked. It wouldn't move. He pulled harder. Nothing. His breathing became faster. Then, he heard laughter. A little girl's laughter. Upstairs. Soft. Slow. Like she wanted him to follow. His phone buzzed again. Another message. Customer. Second floor. His hands started shaking. Nope. He dropped the delivery bag on the floor. "I'm leaving." As he turned back toward the door, the delivery bag was gone. It had disappeared. Only a trail of fresh footprints remained. Small footprints, like a child's. They led toward the staircase. Ethan stared. The dust on the floor hadn't been disturbed in years, yet these footprints looked fresh. His phone lost signal. Battery, 78%. Then, 61%, 43%, 19%. Within seconds, the screen flickered. A new notification appeared, not from the delivery app. A photo, taken just seconds ago. It showed Ethan standing in the hallway. Someone had photographed him from the top of the stairs. He slowly looked up. Nobody. Only darkness. Then, another photo arrived. This one was closer. His own face, looking terrified. His knees weakened. Someone was watching him, right now, without making a sound. Suddenly, footsteps, heavy, slow, coming from upstairs. Not a child anymore, an adult. Each step echoed through the house. Step, step, step. The wooden stairs creaked under the weight. Ethan backed away. His shoulder bumped into a grandfather clock. It suddenly began ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Then it chimed 3 times. Dong, dong, dong. Exactly 3:33 a.m. The footsteps stopped. Silence. Complete silence. Then, a man's voice whispered, right behind Ethan's ear. "You're late." Ethan spun around. No one. Nothing. His flashlight died. Darkness swallowed the room. For 3 long seconds, he couldn't see anything. Then the flashlight turned back on by itself. Standing at the top of the stairs was the little girl from the photograph. Still smiling. Still holding the delivery bag. She slowly lifted one finger and pointed behind Ethan. He didn't want to look. Every part of his body begged him not to. But he did. Slowly. Standing in the hallway was a tall figure. Burned skin. Blackened clothes. Its face hidden in shadow. It wasn't moving. It was simply watching him. Then, it took one slow step forward. The burned figure took another step. Its footsteps echoed through the hallway. Step. 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 Ethan couldn't breathe. The little girl still stood at the top of the stairs. She wasn't afraid. She was looking at Ethan, almost like she wanted to warn him. Then she quietly whispered, "Run." The burned figure suddenly lunged forward. Ethan turned and sprinted toward the front door. He grabbed the handle. This time, it opened. He stumbled outside and ran across the dead front yard. His car was only a few meters away. He jumped inside, locked every door. His hands shook so badly that he dropped the keys twice. Finally, the engine started. He slammed the accelerator. The tires screamed as the car sped down the dirt road. He didn't look back, not once. After almost 10 minutes of driving, his phone rang. Unknown number. He answered without thinking. Only static. Then, a man's voice. Cold, broken, almost impossible to understand. "Your delivery isn't complete." The call ended. His delivery app opened by itself. The screen no longer showed a map. It showed a receipt. Order status: delivered, canceled, waiting. Below it, a message appeared. Return to complete the delivery. Ethan threw the phone onto the passenger seat. "I'm done." He drove straight home. The next morning, he called customer support. The representative sounded confused. "Sir, we don't have any record of that order." Ethan gave her the address. Silence. Then she asked, "Are you sure that's the address?" "Yes." She whispered, "That house burned down 8 years ago." His blood ran cold. "No one lives there?" "No. The entire family died in the fire." Ethan couldn't stop thinking about the little girl. So 3 days later, during daylight, he drove back. The road was there. The trees were there. But the house wasn't. Only an empty field. Nothing else. As if it had never existed. An old man working nearby noticed Ethan staring. "You looking for something?" "There was a house here." The old man looked at him strangely. "Son, there hasn't been a house here in years." Ethan swallowed. "I delivered food here." The old man's face turned pale. "You should leave." "Why?" The old man looked toward the empty field, then quietly said, "You're not the first delivery driver who said that." That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. At exactly 3:07 a.m., his phone vibrated. One notification. No sound, just vibration. He slowly picked it up. The delivery app had installed itself again. He was sure he had deleted it. On the screen, only one sentence appeared. New order available. Customer, the Hollow House. Distance, 6.2 miles. Payout, $87.46. His finger hovered over the screen. Then, the accept button pressed itself, without him touching it. The screen went black. 3 knocks echoed through his apartment. Knock. 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 Someone whispered, right outside his front door. "Your customer is waiting." If your phone ever vibrates at exactly 3:07 a.m., don't check it. Some deliveries never end.